A very warm welcome to you. Many thanks for finding time to be with us on this week's edition of the program. We remain your source for all the latest happenings in the world of insurance. My name is Lucy Nyambi. You are welcome. On the lineup this week, first we join Faith and her guest on the CEO Rendezvous, Mr. AKINJIDE ORIMOLADE, Chairman, Subcommittee on Publicity of the Insurance Committee, where they discuss the new enlightenment drive of the committee on the third-party motor insurance premium, tagged Small Premium, Big Coverage. Speaking in the course of the interview, Mr. ORIMOLADE noted that there is no insurance company in the Nigerian market today that will not want to pay genuine claims. Take a listen.
Most insurance companies right now, on their claim form, once you feel the right thing, and that's the reason why I said, if you want to buy insurance, it's better you go through, a professional intermediary, which is a broker. A broker will be able to advise, on what steps that you should take. And when there are claims, the broker should be able to tell you that, oh, these are the things that you need to put in place when claims happen. So I think things are changing. in terms of the turnaround time that insurance companies are now, getting out claims sorted out.
On this edition also, we will bring you highlights from the 2023 Oriental News Summit, which was held recently at the Sheraton Hotels Ikeja, Lagos, under the theme, Building Local Content Synergy Between the Oil and Gas and the Insurance Sectors in Nigeria. The summit was well attended by key players in both sectors. Let's check out excerpts from the event. Plus all the other extras we bring you each week on the program. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the lineup. Details in just a moment after this commercial break. Please stay with us. Hello. It's been a rough few months, I know. You've just bought a car, and 2 weeks ago you accidentally hit someone else in traffic. Now you've had to pay your mechanic to fix both cars. Then the other day, you get stopped by the authorities for incomplete papers, and now you've had to pay a heavy fine. Tough. Now you've parked your car at home, and the fear of something happening has stopped you from enjoying your car and living your best life. But what if I told you I have a solution for you? Ever heard of third-party motor insurance? Well, it's simple. For only a small premium payment of 15,000 naira, you get a massive shield of coverage of up to 3 million naira that protects you from unexpected accidents to other road users. Small premium, big coverage.
Enjoy the peace of mind you deserve and get your third-party motor insurance today for only 15,000 naira. This message is sponsored by the Insurers Committee of NICOM. For more information or complaints on non-settlements of claims, please visit www.nicom.gov.ng or www.nigeriainsurance.org.
Nomination is now open for the 2023 Almond Insurance Industry Awards in the following categories: Life Insurance Company of the Year, General Insurance Company of the Year, Reinsurance Company of the Year, Insurance Broking Company of the Year, Loss Adjusting Company of the Year, Micro/Takaful Insurance Company of the Year, Insurance CEO/Personality of the Year, Reinsurance CEO/Personality of the Year, Trade Association of the Year, Insurance Broker of the Year, Insurance Live Achievers Award of the Year, Insurance Brokers Live Achievers Award of the Year. To nominate, please go to our website www.almondinsuranceindustry.awards.com. Email almondinsuranceindustry.awards@gmail.com or almondproduction@gmail.com or call 0803-335-7879 or 0812-362-4081. Nomination closes 31st August 2023.
A very warm welcome to you. It's a pleasure to have you join us on the CEO Rendezvous of Almond Insurance and Wealth Reports. Today, I have the honor and privilege to be hosting
Mr. AKINJIDE ORIMOLADE, who is the chairman subcommittee on publicity on insurance committee. I'm sure a lot of you within, if you are in Nigeria, you've been hearing the slogan, small premium, big coverage. These are the guys pushing that brand on radio, on television, newspapers, in magazines that you've been hearing. So he's here on the set, and together we're going to estray the publicity project of his committee and why it is expedient at this time. Thank you so very much, sir, for joining us on the program.
Thank you very much, Faith.
I'm sure it's not out of place for me to refer to you as chair.
It's okay. You say so.
Okay, sir, your committee recently launched the campaign, as I said, small premium, big coverage for third-party motor insurance. Can you give us a little bit of background as to why this is important at this time?
First of all, let me just thank you for having me, and then talking about this new campaign scheme. But before I talk about that, just to congratulate our Super Falcons. I mean, for them to been able to qualify for the second round. I mean, it's something that I mean, we as Nigerians, lovers of football, it's in the right direction. And then we wish them all the best. And then we pray that they will continue.
They will come up with the cup.
Well, that's the prayer. That's the prayer. That's the prayer. So congrats, Nigeria. So in respect of that, you know that our regulator, they came up with this new guideline, I mean, in terms of the third-party motor insurance. And the reason was that they wanted a situation whereby, the insuring public, they're able to benefit more, in terms of what they get when there are accidents, on motor insurance. And mind you, when we look at the economy right now, when we used to have motor insurance, then that was, 5,000. Things have changed. Inflation is now 22.7% or so. And then in terms of the exchange rates, I mean, things have gone up. So when you look at that in perspective and then the values of vehicles, it was just based on this that the regulator need to come up with a new, rate, for the third party, which is now 15,000, and then you get a benefit of 3 million. That's for private motor. And then other vehicles too, in terms of the premium they pay and also the additional benefits that they get at the end of the day. I mean, take for instance, maybe someone like me now, I have a third party and invariably have an accident with a BMW or maybe an Lexus. And at the end of the day, I mean, the person is giving me, cost of repairs of like 2 million. I mean, unlike before, I mean, I know that the experience is just 1 million. So maybe I have to cough out 1 million from my pocket, But now the insurance, that is in place right now with the benefit of 3 million, I mean, it makes people to be rest assured that at least when I take a third-party insurance and I have, a damage on another vehicle to the tune of that 3 million, definitely the insurance company can be able to compensate me. So it's just the reality of what is happening, within our economy.
Okay, sir. A lot of people hardly claim on their third-party motor insurance when it was even 5,000. Some will have genuine third-party motor insurance, but you find when there is an accident on the road, of course, that's a thing that is common, not just in Lagos, in major cities across Nigeria. You get down, you hold his thigh, hold his neck. If it's a woman, remove your wig and we dig it on the road, even when you're carrying a genuine third-party motor insurance cover. So a lot of motorists now, when you now say, oh, they've increased it to 15,000, they are like, when there's an accident, when we don't even collect any, we don't know where to go. We don't know where to collect the money. And now people are still increasing it in this economy. A lot of people have come around with that complaint. I don't know if you can just educate them a little bit.
I always tell people, if you want a good product, a product that is of good quality, definitely you need to pay for it. And insurance, it's something that gives you protection. Insurance is something that gives you peace of mind. And you want to buy protection. So the question is, do you buy that protection in a cheap way? I mean, you shouldn't do that. I believe that with the amount that we've been able to set right now, people should not even look at the amount involved. What they should look at is in terms of the benefits that they will get. 15,000, you are buying a coverage of 3 million. I mean, that is huge. That is huge. And then there are some other benefits that are, that are attached to it in terms of maybe you want to take your vehicle outside the Nigerian shores within West Africa. You don't need to pay additional premium. It's still the same premium that you pay with the same certificate. You can take your vehicle, outside the shores of Nigeria. If you want to go to Ghana, you want to go to Lome, So in hindsight, I just think that in terms of what our committee has been able to come up with, we need to, let the insuring public to know the benefits involved.
Okay, so you've mentioned when they have claims, they should sit up. So that brings me to the next question. Oftentimes, some people that have attempted to claim on their third-party motor insurance, it's almost impossible, in the sense that the process they have to go through. A lot of us, myself inclusive, Nigerians, we are very impatient, especially when it comes to you parted with money and they've told you, when this happens, this is what you're going to get. So when you are in that situation, you want the results or the reward at the speed of light. So oftentimes when they now have to say, okay, you get police reports, do the proper documentation for your claims to be settled, it's a challenge for a lot of people. They see it as inconvenience. So now there's a new price. The benefit is more. In between, when a loss actually crystallizes in-house, what have you guys done as insurers to ensure that people don't have to wait for eternity to get their claims settled in order to engender trust more in the system?
Right, a fantastic question. And I think, most of my colleagues, most of the underwriting firms that are into non-life business, they've been able to realize that, look, what they used to have in the past, whereby there's a lot of process involved in settling claims, most of us now, we've been able to, come to the reality. We've seen that for us to be able to move insurance into the needs basket, we need to start doing things differently. And we can see it in, in other various sectors, what is happening in maybe in the banks right now.
Yeah.
You want to get your money, you don't need to use Tally to be able to, and just with your mobile phone, you can be able to do that. So the same thing with claims too. Most insurance companies right now, especially people that they are on the digital space, they've been able to have an app whereby, you can actually buy this product online. And then when you're making a claim too, it's something that you can lodge online and then, put all the various documents. Of course, if there's third party involved, we expect that even if there's no police report to back it up, there should be witness, And I think that most insurance companies right now, on their claim form, once you feel the right thing, and that's the reason why I said, if you want to buy insurance, it's better you go through, a professional intermediary, which is a broker. A broker will be able to advise, on what steps that you should take. And when there are claims, the broker should be able to tell you that, oh, these are the things that you need to put in place when claims happen. So I think things are changing. In terms of the turnaround time that insurance companies are now, getting out claims sorted out. So I believe that with this motor insurance, it's the same thing that is applicable to the other products.
Hello. It's been a rough few months, I know. You've just bought a car and 2 weeks ago you accidentally hit someone else in traffic. Now you've had to pay your mechanic to fix both cars. Then the other day, you get stopped by the authorities for incomplete papers. And now you've had to pay a heavy fine. Tough. Now you've parked your car at home and the fear of something happening has stopped you from enjoying your car and living your best life. What if I told you I have a solution for you? Ever heard of third-party motor insurance? Well, it's simple. For only a small premium payment of 15,000 naira, you get a massive shield of coverage of up to 3 million naira that protects you from unexpected accidents to other road users. Small premium, big coverage.
Enjoy the peace of mind you deserve and get your third-party motor insurance today for only 15,000 naira. This message is sponsored by the Insurers Committee of NICOM. For more information or complaints on non-settlements of claims, please visit www.nicom.gov.ng or www.nigeriainsurance.org.
Moving on, we now bring you highlights from the Oriental News Summit in Lagos on building local content synergy between the oil and gas and the insurance sectors in Nigeria. For clarity, the local content law in the country requires that 70% of the total premium on the oil and gas sectors should be undertaken by underwriters locally. But that is not the situation currently. So building synergies between both sectors makes a lot of sense. Happy viewing.
Oriental News Nigeria, published by Stamec Communications, recently put together its annual summit at the Sheraton Hotel, Lagos. The annual event, which brings stakeholders together, was organized under the theme Building Local Content Synergy between the oil and gas and the insurance sectors in Nigeria. Chairman of the event was Dr. Muda Yusuf. Welcoming participants to the summit, the Chief Executive Officer of Stamec, Mrs. Yemisi Izuora, noted that the platform was created to stimulate conversations on government policies and implementation.
Every year, we in Stamec Communications examine emerging government policies, especially as it affects us as individuals and the economy as a whole. In doing so, we identify key policies considered as capable of driving socio-economic transformations and create forums such as this and invite professionals to interpret them and advise on how best the implementation could drive growth, generate employment, and sustain overall development of our dear country.
In his brief remarks, the chairman, Dr. Yusuf, noted that there is an urgent need for both the oil and gas and insurance sectors to collaborate for the good of the economy. Leading the Park of Goodwill message at the summit were the president of PILA, Mrs. Margaret Moore, Mrs. Adiola Ekine, Chairperson Nawaj, and Mrs. Maureen Chigbo, President, Guild of Corporate Online Publishers. Delivering the theme, the keynote speaker, Mrs. Sunday Thomas, Commissioner for Insurance, stated that the Commission is ready to create an enabling environment to promote the contributions of insurance to the economy.
There is the urge to intensify the ongoing drive to facilitate platforms that address the demand-supply gap, encourage specialized products that address the needs of the oil and gas industry, address all potential regulatory impediments, support the development of human capacity, and ensure technical capacities of insurance suppliers, ensure adequate risk pricing, and comprehensive coverages and risk management. It is not even out of place that the oil and gas as an institution begin to look at the insurance sector, where to put all those excess funds. They can come and invest in the insurance sector. One thing I guarantee is the fact that If you are repackaging an old one, we will assist you to get through. If you want a new license, I'm saying it loud and clear, we are there, we will facilitate.
In his remarks, the representative of the Executive Secretary, NCDMB, Mr. Patrick Daziba Oba, noted that the attitude of Nigerian companies to compliance to the local content law remains a major challenge.
The greatest problem we have in implementing Nigerian content provisions of the Act in the oil and gas industry is with the Nigerian-owned companies. That is our problem. So you ask yourself, why is that problem? Is it a legal problem? Obviously no. It's just an attitude problem. We have this attitude where I'm discussing with the Uyghur lady in Lagos, Madam Comfort. I'm discussing with her over dinner. I said, look, in my company, I have 55 experts. 10 are from the United Kingdom. You know what it means because they colonized us. So if you can colonize their citizens to work for you, I mean, that's a big point. So 10 are from the United Kingdom, 20 are from America. But the law says, before you bring any expert, you must apply to NCDMB to get provisional approval before you proceed to the Ministry of Interior for you to get the final expatriate quota approval. Nigerians don't do it.
The high point of the summit this year was the inauguration of a committee to monitor implementation of initiatives to deepen Nigerian content policy in the oil and gas and the insurance sectors. With all the opening speeches taken, the summit broke into the panel session where they examined the sub-theme, harnessing insurance opportunities in the oil and gas industry. Panelists were Comrade Joseph Ehime, who stood in for the president of Petron, Mrs. Abimbola Onakumaya, MD, Peak Frost Insurance Brokers Limited, Mr. Femi Fanoiki, Vice President, Nigeria LP Gas Association, and a host of others. In his submission during the panel session, Mr. Fanoiki said that insurance practitioners must understand the needs of players in the LP gas to be able to develop relevant products.
Oil and gas is a wide spectrum, yes, that has so many delineations within, and each of these delineations intrinsically different from another. So when you as an insurance company tries to sell one product to 20 people, right, you end up not being able to sell the product because it just doesn't quite fit, right? So I think the essence of this forum is to see how one industry can help the other industry grow, yes? If the insurance industry understands NLPGA, for example, the LPG industry, whose value chain runs from production, transportation, reticulation, all the way down to the end user using gas at his burner, yes? If you understand and parse out each one of these elements, you'll be able to develop products that speak exactly to what that industry needs.
There is no doubt that the annual Oriental News Summit is making significant contributions to discussions that will promote growth in both the oil and gas and insurance sectors in Nigeria.
Hello. It's been a rough few months, I know. You've just bought a car and 2 weeks ago you accidentally hit someone else in traffic. Now you've had to pay your mechanic to fix both cars. Then the other day, you get stopped by the authorities for incomplete papers, and now you've had to pay a heavy fine. Tough. Now you've parked your car at home, and the fear of something happening has stopped you from enjoying your car and living your best life. But what if I told you I have a solution for you? Ever heard of third-party motor insurance? Well, It's simple. For only a small premium payment of 15,000 naira, you get a massive shield of coverage of up to 3 million naira that protects you from unexpected accidents to other road users. Small premium, big coverage.
Enjoy the peace of mind you deserve and get your third-party motor insurance today for only 15,000 naira. This message is sponsored by the Insurers Committee of NICOM. For more information or complaints on non-settlements of claims, please visit www.nicom.gov.ng or www.nigeriainsurance.org.
That is our time on the program this week. Many thanks for spending time with us. Do join us again, same time, same station next week for a fresh package. But in the meantime, feel free to connect with us on all our social media platforms. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Almond Finance TV, to see tons of interesting conversations and business events. Nominations for the 2023 Almond Insurance Industry Awards has officially opened. Go to the website www.almondinsuranceindustry.awards.com to nominate your choice in the 12 categories. My name is Lucy Nyambi. Until next time, from the entire team, it's goodbye.